Alright boys, alright boys, my bad. I know it's been a while. I know I've been busy nowadays though. I've been working, I've been doing some stuff. I'm not really working, but I've been locking in for school right now. I've been trying to get some work. I'm trying to get myself a job. We're busy people now. I've been really just busy. That's the best way to say it. What tier's that? Nope. Sorry, I'm locked in. I'm CFing right now. Bit of a gambler, you know. But I thought I'd just make this video because it's about to be another season, so I thought I'd just bring you guys back. And I know it's been a while. I'm just gonna stress that I've been busy. I'm sorry, guys. I know I said if I got good support from it, and I appreciate y'all for the support. That I'll be uploading more, but no, I've been busy. I plan to upload more, like once every 2 weeks ish, at least. That's the hope, but we'll see how stuff goes. But I'm gonna teach y'all how to make some bases because new season's about to roll out, and I think it's important for y'all to know. And I'm just gonna be not really make bases. I'm just showing you base designs, but I think you guys can do it from there. We're all intelligent people around here, so we got this. And I hope y'all do. I hope y'all enjoy the video, and let's just get into it. Okay, boys. So today I'm gonna be teaching you a little bit about base design. The new season's coming up, so we're gonna just get started into it. We're gonna see what we can do, and I'm gonna just show you some of the basics. And this is a kind of a semi-previous base design I had planned on. I had a video about this, but I scrapped it because I didn't feel like it met the quality standards I'm trying to push out. I know my quality is not the best, but I have a little bit of standards. So starting off, you're just some of the information provided on the server I'm recording this on. We are at six chunks of regions, 6 chunks of non-regions. So this base was kind of designed that, and you're also allowed one layer of regions behind your base to stop border shooting. So with that information, I'm just gonna continue further off that. Basically, you're gonna have regions here based on to stop border shooting. Border shooting is a thing on the server. You just shoot on the border. It is the most annoying thing ever. Trying to think of it base designing wise. It just sucks. I'm just going to go further based off this design, and then I'll show you each of the regions themselves over there. I have a little setup for that. So really the best regions that I've done for each of my base designs is mine chats. They're really easy to set up, and the way I have it set up is really annoying to get through. Well, on this side it is at least. Because how it's layered off, you have to wait, never mind. I did not set that up on this base cam, so I messed it up a little bit. But normally I have it offset. I think it's right on this side. No, it's not. I have it offset differently. So that when you have to explode the previous back stack, so it's just really annoying to get through. And I'm just gonna get started with the regions. That's mine chats. Now, there's two main regions you really want on your bases that not really two main, but there's two regions that are just in the meta right now. Sometimes you'll see this one on bases, sometimes you won't. These are TFB regions designed by I Got Apple back in the TFB days. So, credits to him. These kind of regions are pretty good. They are better on creating they're good on creating clips on the border. They're pretty annoying to get through. And you want to have pretty much a steady layering of lava right here. And how basically this is how you want to set it up. You want to make sure the fronts here are like this whenever you're ending it off. And basically what's going to end up getting genned in after that is just going to look up like this. I'll just do the orange stained glass. There we go. So what it's going to end up looking like after you're done genning it in is going to gen in like this. And the lava is going to go all around there. Pretty much. and it's also going to go around there. Basically, all the oranges on here are flowing lava sources, so you're going to have just something genned in like this. There's not a block right here, so I'm just going to put that as air, and it's going to be air like that. But they're so compact, they're really, really good. So they're one of the defenses you'll see on other bases right now. Really, I wouldn't recommend them the most, pretty much. With the standards that you're given here on Complex, you're not really going to want these. I'm going to skip over all this stuff. That's my kind of regions. You're just going to want these. These are Cope regions. I have no clue who designed them, but Cope really just uses them a lot. They're pretty much the most used region on Complex right now, and they're pretty much as basic as can be. They're one block of water and just a bunch of them. You're spamming them, trying to fit in as many of these in. What's going to end up looking like is this after you're fully genned in. I don't know why I did 2 blocks high, but that's okay. So it's going to gen in like this. Lava's going to go right there. I'm just saying because you want to use all flowing lava sources on these. Just a reminder. And basically, you're just going to... Every faction wants to spam these. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to spam these. And also, I forgot to say this on the TFB regions, but whenever you're aligning them, you want to align it so that this side is on the border. You want to make sure that where it flows into the border. I'll show you based on another base scheme. I have another one I made for a friend over here. It's both sides. You want to make sure, there we go. We got the TFB regions flowing into the border here. You got the TFB regions flowing into the border here. Now connecting them is a little bit weird, but you're just gonna like try to mirror it on both sides. That's what I normally try to do. And it should work out from there. And then the Cope regions, they are pretty much the opposite from TFB regions. You want to flow them away from the corner. I'll show you with this. Alright, so here we have, and for all your regions, you want to offset them. This is just me showing. Flows this way from the corner. From the border. He flows this way. It's pretty basic, but it helps out. It's how everyone does it. It's how you should be doing it. Let me show you over here. Flows away. And over here, flows away. Now these, just so I can explain it to you, these are my kind of regions. They are just not worth it right now because it's not in the meta. The amount of regions, you just use Cope regions, really. And whenever you're building these, you want to make it in a weird T shape and then the flowing lava on the outside. So remember these T shapes. It's very key to make sure that there's not any cracks in like the cobblestone, because whenever you shoot down, it automatically create cracks. It's very weird. It sucks, base building wise, but you just have to put the lava there. Extra little cost for you, but that's basically it. Now, moving further, we're going to go into the unique regions by themselves. Give me a sec, my game is slow right now. Alright, we're going to start off by going with mine chats. I usually just typically do mine chats on the border. They're basic. They're not the best region, except for on the border. They're pretty good on the border. I like them there. I don't know how meta that is though, because I haven't built bases in a little bit. I'm just speaking from experience. I like my mine chats on the border. They're really nice, and they're good regen. They're very typical. They're very old regen. They've been around for a long time. But they're old reliable. They're good regen. You want to make sure you offset them. It doesn't really matter what direction you offset them on from the border. If you're gonna ever decide to put it out right there, it doesn't really matter too much, because it's all going to end up being pretty similar. Alright, so then we got diagonals. I've actually been doing more and more thinking about these. These are not a terrible region. Everyone thinks they're terrible. They're not. They're actually pretty good, but not in today's meta. In today's meta, these are a terrible region, but later in the season, if they decide to add back more chunks of regions, these will come back into the meta. Well, at least in my bases, I will bring them back. because basically these are really good at stopping border shooting. How can it be that they're really good at stopping border shooting? It's because of this one flowing source back here. It makes it really annoying, well, decently annoying, to shoot through a border. So it's really nice. It makes it more annoying to shoot through the border on these. So, and besides, they're also really annoying to get through at the back of the base whenever you have a bunch of clips all in front of it. So they can't double shoot and OSRB, bust the regions using the water. So that's why I kind of think that the Ags are underrated, but they are not in today's meta. These kinda on the back of your border, in the back of your base against the border, but these are just completely not in the meta. These are hot dogs, but besides, normal hot dogs have like this. But hot dogs here on Complex, they're different. We don't have the back on these because it makes it so much easier to bust the regen. So, hot dogs here on Complex, we normally like to have no gap in between them, and these are pretty good regen. They are the basis for what started off Cope regions, but Cope region just pretty much cuts it in half. So, it's a lot more better spacious wise for Cope regions, but hot dogs are the OGs. They're a good regen no matter what, but you're not going to want to put them in your base game now. You're really just going to want to use Cope regions. Alright, these are horizontal regen filters. That's what I call them. I'm pretty sure that's the name for them. These are okay on bases nowadays. These are not really used anymore. They were barely used when they were around, but they were still decently used. They are just completely gone now. There's so much better regions than these. They're very easy to get through. They just require a lot of backstacking and a lot of backstacking. So it's not hard to get through them, but you can easily get through them pretty much. They are not in the meta today. I doubt they ever make a comeback. This type of them. The other type, maybe, but this type of them, not making a comeback. Alright, here we got the Cope regions. So you want to make sure you format them in T's. These are really good. These are the probably best regions on Complex right now for the meta because they basically just they're very compact, and for 6 chunks of regens, you want a good compact defense. So these are your meta right now on Complex. They are the meta on Complex. And they're pretty good on other servers, I'd assume. I'm mainly Complex players, so can't speak too much for other servers. But moving on, we got TFB regions. I personally am a big fan of these kinds of regions. You don't see them anymore on right now. These bases, you can see them occasionally. They're a good classic regen, and basically, they do what you want. They do it. They're pretty expected. I like them against the border because they're pretty, in my opinion, they're pretty good against border shooting. But then again, nothing's really good against border shooting because border shooting sucks. No one likes it. Well, except for those who abuse it. But besides the point, these are TFB regens. You just want to make sure like a steady line of flowing lava here. You do not want it curving into this behind this because then it will just mess up and it'll ultimately end up genning in cobblestone underneath here. Big no-no. Reason why hot dogs over there aren't, like the OG hot dogs aren't used. You want to make sure that there's like no blocks behind the water. Alright, moving on. We have hearts. Hearts are not really in the meta right now because then again they're a good regen. Not a bad regen. They're good. But then again they're mid. They're mid. They're a mid kind of regen. They aren't the most useful, but they're nice because you have to shoot at one particular it's got a good gap between the water. Well, actually no. But they're OSRBable. Basically, they're old reliable for me. I like them. They've been around here on Complex for another good amount of time, like the mine chests. Not as long, but they're a good regen nonetheless, but not really in today's meta. Now here's these. These are the lesser version of the horizontal regen filters over here. Basically, They're okay. I don't see them coming back to the meta yet. I've seen them around sometimes on some bases, but they're pretty good. They just force a bunch of backstacking, and if not, I feel like they're better maybe towards the back of the base because if you put them in the front, they can just backstack through them a bunch. But if there's a bunch of clips in front of it, backstacking through them will be a pain in their butt. So I feel like these could be better towards the back. This is just personal opinion. I have no data to state that. But moving on, this is the last region I'm showing off today. These are, I don't know what to call them, but they're a decently old region, and basically, I have them on my newer type, which is a combination of a form of these and these, which I think they're decently annoying to raid if they're set up properly. But I have no data to set that up, so that's why I'm not trying to show off my region right now. It's probably better if you somehow decide that you'd like to use my regen over there. You use it when there's 8 chunks. It's not really worth it when there's 6 chunks because there's not so much room. And with these, they are pretty good. They pretty much are just really annoying. They force a cannon that has shoot and, well, single block backstack. It makes it so it shoots and backstacks, so that way it can bust through this. It's just annoying to shoot through if you're patching. So, and on the other side, it's really annoying for them to get through these kinds of parts of the region because it's got 3 layers of water pretty much protecting it, but these parts are the vulnerability right here because there's only 1 layer of lava protecting it. So that's pretty much the overview of it all. I hope y'all have enjoyed. I hope you found this useful, and I hope that I can continue uploading videos you guys enjoy, and I hope that I continue. I don't know what I'm saying. I need to stop saying hope. Moving on, I plan to upload more. Just I have been a little bit busy now, so it's hard for me to upload as much as I have wanted to. But I plan to keep some of the uploads semi-consistent. At least I'm hoping at least once every 2 weeks. I don't know, man. But I hope I can keep the information rolling out to you guys, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thanks.